Next 2 hours we will discuss what really yoga is, and we'll do some simple practices. So those who are new to yoga will have some hands-on experiences. So first we'll start with chant. Now in yoga, everything has a lot of significance. Chanting, even the relaxation, and any sounds that during that time that you yourself observe, everything has significance. So you want to bring the focus completely to when you are doing at home, to the place that you are doing. Here you bring your complete awareness to your body. So you can keep your hands in this mudra called Chin Mudra. This is one of the main gestures that we receive the grace and blessings. Or if you can think about another way, our pointing finger always represents the negative energy. Thumb is always the positive energy. By merely touching these, all our negative energies are transferred into positive energy, and that creates a lot of vibes in us. So you keep that on your lap, keep your spine erect, gently close your eyes, mentally observe the surrounding. As you came in, you have took a picture of this hall, people, chair, all the other objects in this room. Just mentally observe them. As you're observing, you are slowly getting back into your consciousness to the subjective level. That way you withdraw from all the other activities. Now we will take a deep breath in. When you are taking a deep breath in, your focus also go to the lower abdomen. We call it as Mooladhara Chakra. It's an energy center, root energy center, where our selfishness, identity, all that remain. So from there, as you are exhaling, you make the sound Om, and we'll do a long Om, louder. Everybody should participate. Like that we do 3 times. Slowly take a deep breath in. You can do better. So when you are chanting, your awareness is at the lower abdomen. As you are exhaling, you mentally observe the air coming up to the chest, to the throat, and to the middle of your eyebrows. And after the chanting end, you will observe the silence at the top of the head. We'll do the second round. Take a deep breath in. Breathe in. Observe the silence within. Feel the stillness, calmness in the mind. And slowly bring your both hands together, rub your hands warm, make a warm hands. and keep your warm hands over your eyes. You can cross your fingers over your forehead, middle of your palms coming over the eyes, closing your eyes completely. You are not seeing any light from outside, complete darkness. Gently open your eyes inside your palm. Receive all that vibration, all the energy. Relax your eyelids, retina, and slowly slide your hands through the face. Relax your face, neck. Namaste. Blink your eyes, open your eyes. We will chant the invocation prayer, which is projected on the screen. So I will chant, you can repeat. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha
Bhuvaswaha
Tat Savitur
Varenyam
Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Blink your eyes, open your eyes.
Can you turn on the lights, please? Okay, thank you. Hari Om. Thank you all for coming, and thank you for your patience. We were running a little late this afternoon. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you on behalf of Chinmaya Mission and the Embassy of India. Yoga, as you know, is an ancient Indian tradition that dates back more than 6,000 years and with origins in India. In the Western world, in Europe and United States, the yoga picked up some traction sometime in the middle of 19th century, and the first Hindu teacher who actually advocated and disseminated the knowledge of yoga was Swami Vivekananda. And even though yoga had its roots in India, origins in India, interestingly enough, the practice of yoga did not gain popularity until about the last 2 decades through yogi leaders like Baba Ramdev, who knew how to bring yoga to the common man. India's Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, who is a yogi himself, he took that up a notch, and he proposed an International Yoga Day at the UN General Assembly, where it was approved and adopted without a vote, and declared June 21st as the International Day of Yoga. So we are gathered here to mark the celebration of the first International Day of Yoga, and also to learn this age-old Indian regimen. Okay. I also would like to extend my special welcome to our guest representatives from the Embassy of India, Mr. Prem Kumar and Mr. Barwal, Second Secretary, Press Information and Culture. So at this point, I would like to invite Mr. Barwal to say a few opening remarks.
Namaskar and Hari Om. It's indeed a great pleasure for myself and for the embassy to be part of this innovative yoga workshop today. And again, I have to say that it's a great pleasure for embassy to partner with Chinmaya Somnath for arranging this yoga event, which is, as Mr. Rajaram said, basically a curtain raiser event to announce and to say that International Day of Yoga has been announced to be on 21st June 2015. As he said just now, that Government of India, through our permanent mission in New York, they had moved a draft proposal that we should have an International Day of Yoga. And on December 11, 2014, out of 193 member nations of United Nations, this resolution was passed that 21st June should be observed every year as International Day of Yoga, and it got a very overwhelming support from 177 countries. So actually it was approved at draft stage itself without even going for a vote. So after declaration of 21st June as first International Day of Yoga, Government of India has planned to celebrate this event at a very huge level, large level, and very extensive scale in all countries of the world, including US. So towards that end, Embassy has been making all efforts. We have been coordinating with about 15 organizations based in DC, Washington area, who are involved in practice and preaching of yoga, including Chinmaya Mission. So on behalf of Embassy, again, I congratulate Chinmaya Mission, especially Mr. Rajaram, he's yoga coordinator. Mr. Jay Jensen, he's the yoga instructor, and also Mr. Ramesh Gola, who is the director of this mission. And we also have been in contact with Mr. Anand Sharma. We have been coordinating with him to have this event in place today. So, and he also said that India's Prime Minister, Mr. Modi himself is a yogi, and earlier when he had visited UNGA session last year in September 2004, he, while addressing UNGA Assembly and speaking on the importance and need for yoga in today's life, he had said that yoga, it's an invaluable gift of India's ancient nature, in ancient culture and our civilization. And he said that yoga, it embodies the unit of mind and the body, and the thought and action, and also the fulfillment and restraint. And he said that it's not just about physical exercise, it is a way of life. It is about discovering a unity with ourselves, with the world, and the nature around us. And he also said that by changing our lifestyle with the help of yoga, and by creating a higher level of consciousness, we can solve today's world major problems, including that of climate change. So once again, just I want to give you a brief account of what Embassy has been doing to do these curtain raiser or precursor events with different organizations. We, Embassy, started this series of events with Shri Ravi Shankar, the founder of Art of Living Foundation, on 29th April. Since then, yesterday we had an event at University of Maryland. There is a students organization called DESI, Develop, Empower, Synergize India, and it was also partnered with, again, with Art of Living Foundation, this DESI, and Yoga in Life organization. And today we have this event at Chinmaya Mission. On 16th May at Durga Temple, there are again 3 organizations, including OVBI, which is Overseas Citizen for a Better India, United Hindu Jain Temples, and Gayatri Parivar. So these 3 organizations, in association with Embassy of India, again they are organizing an event there. And on 20th May, in association with Isha Foundation, at World Bank we are having again a yoga event, and many more events are still being planned, and all these precursor events will finally culminate, will lead to the final major yoga event on 21st June, which we propose to celebrate at National Mall, Sylvan Stage Theatre, and we expect that at least we will have about 2,500 to 3,000 participants, and about 15 organizations will be taking part into it. It will be a full day long program starting from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. in the evening. We will have yoga demos, guided workshops of yoga and meditations, and we will show, Government of India, they have produced 2 short instructional yoga documentaries, so we will try to screen those movies also on this occasion. And Prime Minister Mr. Modi, on that day, he will give an International Yoga Day message, so we will have a live cast of his that Yoga Day message also, and we will also have some cultural programs, dance and music on the theme of International Yoga Day. And so this is how we plan to celebrate the final 21st June event. So just once again, I thank Chinmaya Mission, all the Chinmaya members and all of you who have turned out to be here. And I look forward to a very, very innovative today's workshop for leading a joyful night. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barwalji, for your opening remarks. I think next we'll jump right into the talk by Jay Kalathil, a talk on yoga for a joyful life, and we will directly go into the interactive yoga session right after that. For those of you who don't know Jay, just a brief introduction. Sri Jay Kalathil is a devout yoga practitioner and a spiritual seeker who pursues the path of knowledge. His guru is Sri Sitaramaya from Bihar School of Yoga. Jay has also pursued yoga from Yogaville, Svyasa, as well as from Sri Om Prakash from Haridwar, India. Jay is an active contributor of the Life in Yoga Foundation and has been leading group yoga practices in the DC metro area for over 12 years. Jay also regularly conducts yoga workshops and offsite retreats.
Put the light. Yeah. And I don't want to speak one side. We will make it more interactive, enjoyable, informative. The title we gave for this is Joyful Living Through Yoga. About 25 million Americans practice yogasanas in a regular basis. But majority of them understand yoga as merely a exercise routine for the physical benefit. This is not at all yoga. And unfortunately, we originate from India. We take it, this is a yoga. Many times people ask me, what yoga you practice? I know only one yoga. There are different styles of asanas and sets of exercises different people are developed. That's only the difference, but there is only one yoga. The yoga means yuj, that unite with our true nature. This is the meaning. But people, even this kind of gathering available, people don't try to understand. They just take it as it's merely a physical exercise, and then they will jump straight away into asana practices. Within a week or two, they will drop practice, and yoga is done for their life. Some people continue expecting that something going to happen, something going to change as a routine. But if you go in detail, as he was explaining, Modi ji is a yogi. In his past life, he's went more detail into yoga, and so he knows very well what yoga is, and he is using the yoga to transform not only India to the world and bring a new understanding, new way of administration. So yoga is not just in Himalayas for some yogis, but those vibrant actors in the field also can be utilized. That's what Modi ji is demonstrating through this yoga day. So what is yoga? Yoga is a pure subjective science. This is very important because, as I said, this is not an exercise routine. This is a very deep science behind it. It's pure science, nothing but pure science. It is an experiential science. Every one of us can experiment, experience, and get benefit out of it. That's the greatness of yoga. Because this deals with the subject. What do I mean by subject? We constantly in our life constantly interact with the world, people, and thoughts in our minds, habits. These all are come into the category of objects. Do you agree? An object is that which I observe. For me, all of you sitting here are an object in front of me. But when I close my eyes and in my mind I have a picture of this hall, my own body, then my mind become an object of my awareness. Thoughts in my mind I am seeing. That means the thoughts and the mind are an object in my presence. Then who I am? This is the very core inquiry our ancient rishis took upon. Now we don't understand the depth of it. Rishis means not just few people have beard and wandering around in the Himalayas, and they are not. They are deeply analyzing everything in life and in a quest for finding that what that gives absolute bliss, happiness, and lead a fulfilling life, a joyful life. In their inquiry, they found the joy, they adapted that and lived in it. And for our benefit, they came down and taught others, propagated this yoga and the wisdom to the rest of the humanity. In spite of religious, caste, nationality, everybody can use this path of yoga. There are mainly 4 paths of yoga. Can you put the slide? Okay, got it. So first let me make one point clear, that so the goal of yoga, see, many of us, we jump into yoga for small thing. I have a backache, I have a shoulder problem, I have diabetes, I have some problem, so I want to relieve from that. I heard from somewhere by practicing yoga I will get rid of it. We are seeing yoga through a small lens. That's the first mistake we do. Because of that, we don't have motivation. When we are in yoga, even take it yoga asana practices, we are constantly debating within, how is this going to solve my problem? How can this release me from backache? Is this going to work? And then to add into that, when you go outside, somebody else say, I went for 1 month, this is not going to work for you. So you drop there itself. Because we see it through a small lens. Thus, we have no motivation. So we'll drop it. Whereas the ultimate goal of yoga is to achieve the freedom. Freedom from all limitations. This, don't take anything what I am telling here blindly. As I said, this is very scientific, experiential. In our studies in a school, we sit in theory class, the teacher teach us the science part of it, and then we go to the lab, then we experiment, then we convince ourselves it is indeed true. Tomorrow somebody come and tells us H2O is not water, we cannot accept because we did the experiment in our lab. We are completely convinced about that. If we can convince yoga is for freedom, absolute freedom, when you understand that clearly, for that you need to spend some time to attend such gatherings. And in Chinmaya Mission, you will have several opportunities to listen great teachers. Never miss those opportunities. So first, educate yourself what yoga really is. This is a transformative science which transforms our mind to a state of contentment, tranquility. But if I say this will be merely a word to you, when you go back and reflect, then you will understand the depth of it. So how we can achieve that complete freedom, freedom from limitations? Before that, let me introduce, there are 4 paths of yoga that one should practice. One is called Raja Yoga, it is path of meditation. And the Karma Yoga, it's path of action, selfless action. And then Jnana Yoga, which is path of wisdom or knowledge. And then Bhakti Yoga, which is a path of devotion. Now you may have heard, I am a Karma Yogi, or I am a Bhakti, I follow Bhakti Yoga. In my opinion, many of us here are exposed into the modern world and scientific world. For us, I would say the combination of all these 4 paths is the best approach. Because each of them are complementing each other, all of them take into the same path. If you go in one path itself, it will take. But many of us sitting here are not in that caliber. If a yogi decided to achieve that, he constantly go in deeper into the meditative aspects of it, and he can reach the same goal. A Karma Yogi understand what Karma Yoga clearly and practices and live a life of a Karma Yogi, he will also reach to the goal of Mukti or Moksha. A person who understand, I am more intellectual and I want to read and understand this science, this is all available. And you can do experiment by yourself, but it will be self-defeating because this is a subjective science. I will come that more detail. And then next and final, this is, nobody can, all these 4 paths ultimately get into Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga means it is not just going into a temple and praying into a concept of a God. It is understanding our own self and abide into it. That is what, and constantly reflecting upon it. That is what ultimate Bhakti Yoga is. So all these 4 paths individually and combined will reach into the same goal. So we may not have enough time to go through each of them in detail, but I just want to expose you that the canvas of yoga or the available field that you can expose yourself. In the Raja Yoga itself, Patanjali Yoga Sutra is one of the important scripture many yogis follows, and it's very important anybody start practicing yoga. Patanjali Yoga give 8 limbs, or you can also call as Ashtanga Yoga. These through 8 steps you can reach to the ultimate goal of self-realization or abidance into the self or freedom from limitation, any word that you may use. So if you analyze our life, there are 3 main sources of disturbance which keep us away from the ultimate happiness, joy in our life. One is from our surrounding. from the community, from the society, and also our own behavior, our own family, how our personality is. This is all depends how we able to deal with the society. It's important because we are a human being, we are a social animal. And second disturbance comes into our life is our own body. And then third one is the mind. These are the three sources of main disturbances in our life. If we can set off these three disturbances or eliminate in an extent or harmonize them, this may be there. You cannot completely avoid or remove from the life, but harmonize them and go beyond that. This is the techniques of yoga. So if anybody intensely wish to improve the quality of life, you honestly analyze these aspects in your life. Instead of overemphasizing our physical problem, see what is happening is most of the time we have some physical discomfort, and somebody will say you start practicing some yoga, you will benefit from that. Then you are constantly, your attention or focus is on the problems in the disturbance. In other way, if you call it as, you are constantly meditating upon the problems. If you can take out your mind away from the problem and focus something that inspiring you, some goal that in your life you want to achieve, a higher goal, which is fulfilling, then the half of the problem is resolved. I don't know you got what I'm proposing. You have some pain in your body or some disturbance. If you are not engaged in something else, let's say if you are working at an office or something, you will forget during the time. You come back and then realize, oh, my back is getting more and more, this problem is there. So as long as you engage your mind with something, it will not dwell on the problems. The problem is when you keep on contemplating and your mind is keep on reveling in the problem, automatically problem grow up. In Ayurveda, it says, Adhi become Vyadhi. Adhi means the constant torment, mental torment creates the physical disturbance. I mean, it's a simple thing you can observe. You heard some disturbing news. Somebody close to your family died or something. Don't you experience the entire body is shivering, you get tired? So the mind is straight away connected. In fact, the body is in the mind. This is the reality. You may not accept, I understand that. But if you go deep into this, you will understand our body is within our mind, not mind is in the body. It's very important to understand. Because of that, Patanjali said, Yogas chitta vritti nirodha. Yoga is removal of the disturbance in your chitta. Chitta is not just mind, much deeper consciousness. The identity that I am an individual, the identified consciousness, removal of that is yoga. If Patanjali would have thought about, oh, physical discomfort is the big problem in this world, so he would have defined it differently. Sharira yoga, arogyartham yoga. He could have said, there is no lack of words in Sanskrit. But he said, yogas chitta vritti nirodha. To remove that, he proposed 8 limbs or 8 steps. So as I said earlier, the disturbance from the society, from outside, how to deal with that is mentioned in the Yama and Niyama, first 2 limbs of this Yoga Sutra. Yama means a certain individual discipline. See, if you look at this, we have to analyze our own life. If you are happy with your life, don't change anything. If you are not happy, if you want to improve, I hope that all of you came here so that you can at least imagine or wish for a joyful life. That's the first step. If you sincerely wish that, analyze, how is my life going on? And somebody was saying in one of the lecture, majority in the modern time now, we jump out of our bed and rush to the bath, throw some clothes on the body, hop into the car and rush into the office. This is our life's start in the morning. If you can harmonize them, in the morning is the beautiful time our mind is woke up, less thought, tender mind is the right time to inculcate any good qualities. Don't lose that. So the best time to practice yoga or any spiritual practice is in the morning. You can do other time, but in the morning if you take up, you will get much more benefit out of it. So yama and niyama, I am not going to talk detail about it, but that will discipline a individual to conduct his own personal life and harmonize. So you will not be mentally tormented, you will not be rushing, you will be calm and quiet. Thus you will have some discipline in your life, personal life. Also, if you look at it outside in the society, in a disturbing society where the religious atrocities, the political problems are there, in that society you cannot live joyfully, comfort. That is why niyama, some moral values. So you may say, oh, I am not involved in the society and I cannot change society. This is the biggest mistake what we make. You know, sometimes when we hear the bad news about the terrorism and this kind of thing, people come and say, it's unfortunate and all that. What is that takes in the spirituality or yoga? There's so much to do in it, because spirituality or yoga is not only for yourself. You transform yourself, through that you inspire others, thus slowly the community, the entire society will transform. This should be your goal. Everybody should have this. I want to learn this. I want to practice myself. I want to inspire my family, my daughter, in my family, in my community. Everybody should get benefit of it. This should be the tendency that when you practice. I want to learn, I want to understand. Thus a society more harmonious, more peaceful, understanding each other, respecting each other will come. Still this world is peaceful so much or sustained because the majorities are good people, but good people are silent. We take it granted. It is not my job. It is government or some social leader, society, some other organization should take care. We all have that responsibility. If we don't understand that responsibility, if we don't take up on that responsibility, our child or grandchildren will suffer. This is for sure. You can look at Mahabharata war. They were all thinking about our family, their thing, and ultimately it lead into a complete destruction. You may say it's a story, but this is the reality. It will be eminent soon. So through the yama and niyama, we can bring this. And it's also very important to have a disciplined life. Otherwise you cannot. Let's say you went Friday evening for late night party. Saturday morning we have a yoga class. You will say, Jay, I cannot come. I could not open my eyes. I missed today's class. Many people come and say this excuse. You should have thought about, tomorrow morning I have a yoga class. This is important. So I am going to go early morning, take care of myself. I am going to prepare for that. Then only you can do this continuous practice. Otherwise, you cannot continue. The full commitment required. And then second level, the body level. In the body level, nowadays everything is so much available. We unconsciously exploit our body, exploit our system. We eat anything, we engage in any activities So in Sanskrit called bhoga, because I want to bring that word, it is opposite to yoga. It is simple. It doesn't mean that you stay hungry, you don't eat anything, or you sacrifice all the comfort or joy or anything, nothing like that. But you bring some moderation into it. That is the key. But many people say, I am craving for it, I could not resist myself. I will tell you, if you start practicing yoga, at least in the asana level, pranayama level, continuously, regularly for 2-3 years, you will start changing this. You will not have cravings. It's my experience I am sharing. I am not meant to give some lecture to you and make you bored, but I am sharing my understanding, my experiences, and so that you will benefit. You will be inspired that you should take upon this path. And bhoga is not only what we eat and drink, but what we see, what we hear, where we interact, what we think, all these are bhogas. So if you analyze this body, it is not just a conglomeration of some flesh, blood and bones. It's much more than. In yoga or in the science, they have went deep into this. There are 5 senses of perception, 5 senses of action. These 10 of them we constantly use to interact the outside world or to enjoy anything in this world. Without this, we will not have any connection with the outside world. The 5 senses of perceptions are seeing through the eyes, hearing through the ears, nose to smell, tongue to taste, skin to touch. You tell me anything out of these 5 that you have any experience in this world? Either you are seeing some object, some colors, some forms, or you are hearing, or you are feeling the smell or tasting, or some sense of touch. Other than these 5, nothing in this world. Every object, the billions of different varieties of materials over there can be brought down to this 5. So if you can harmonize these 5 perceptions, senses, 5 senses and sense perceptions, you will start seeing transformation. You will not be just drawn into the circumstances, situations. You will have certain hold. You can decide. And there are 5 senses of action. Through the mouth we talk, to communicate, to transfer ideas. Here we are transferring ideas, whatever I have thoughts in my mind, I am transferring through the words. Hands, legs, reproductive organs, and excretory organs. These are the 5 senses of actions. If they are harmonized, all these 10 senses are taken care, then the physical level you will be more comfortable. The disturbance from the physical level can be avoided in an extent. So first, we take care of our surrounding, take care of our habits or day-to-day activities, bring them into a schedule, think about it. Many times we act without thinking, just blindly go here, go there, so much time is wasted. So these are all will taken care, this harmonizing all the 10 senses through the yogasana practices, pranayama, and also pratyahara, withdrawal of this sense activity. We are constantly, it is the moment I wake up, automatically the interaction with the world is take place. But when you start observing, when you are practicing yoga every day, there are practices you can withdraw sense consciously and abide into that self. So these are the other 3. So first, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara. These are the 5 practices that Patanjali steps that we can practice in a regular basis. And then there are 3 other Dharana, Dhyanam and Samadhi. These are not actually practices, it is actually a state of awareness. To understand that more detail, you should have some exposure to Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga means purely a discriminative, reflection in the statements that provided by the rishis. This is their first-hand experiment and experiences that they recorded in our scriptures, Upanishads. There are Prasthanatrayam, that is Upanishads, Brahma Sutra and Bhagavad Gita. And everybody should be exposed into Bhagavad Gita. It's a must to, if you want to grow in yoga. In Bhagavad Gita, all these 4 yogas also mention in a way how you can practice everything. So from a qualified teacher, which many of the Chinmaya Mission teachers are very skillful, very very well they teach around the world. So when you get that kind of opportunity, never leave. Go there, expose yourself, listen and take message back, reflect upon it. Then you will get more understanding, because I don't have time to explain each of them. Each one will take so much time to explain in detail. Dharana, Dhyanam and Samadhi. Dharana, you will start, instead of this automatic going around, the mind tendency will be withdrawn slowly. You can redirect your thinking towards that absolute, towards your own true nature. Dhyanam, when this mind is constantly start flowing there, start feeling that taste, start feeling that joy, happiness, it's turn into Dhyanam. Samadhi is not sitting in somewhere, closing eyes, completely detached from the world. But even when you are acting, interacting in the world, you will have a state of mind, calm, peace. You will observe your own body is working out there, your own mind is thinking, your own intellect is conceptualizing, things are happening within your body, outside, you are standing apart and witnessing everything. That's the state of Samadhi. So all these are achievable through the different practices of yoga. And once now don't think that after all these practice, then only you experience. It's a gradual, continuous enhancement. And you can start feeling, if you understand the science properly and start practicing based on that, I will caution you, don't take upon anything mechanical. As I said earlier, people see the yoga practices, some yoga asana practices, they go and they keep on doing kind of an exercise routine. I've seen when we do the group yoga practices, I'll be instructing, but they were practicing for a long period of time, they'll be into a next state. We have to look within ourselves. Am I listening and following the instructions? Am I with the group, or I am going on my own mind and tendencies? This is all we have to deeply analyze within ourselves. Then only we can grow in our practice. Otherwise, we will stuck in one of those practices. People stuck in asana practices, they will never grow out of it. They will find joy in it. There is a joy after practicing, after you understand. You keep some posture, you start feeling comfortable. After that, you feel some joy. But it will be gone soon. And if you cannot practice one day asana practice, you will get disturbed. Because your mind is adapted that in your life. So you have to consciously aware that you should not stuck somewhere, you should flow constantly. Because your absolute ultimate goal is to lead a joyful life, a fulfilling life, a free life. The freedom is internal, it's not outside. As I said, all the 3 levels, the societal level, the physical level and mental level, they are all part of the destiny. It is all destined. You can make some adjustment, changes and all that. But there are so many, unexpected things will come into you. You should understand, you should prepare before that come into you. So it is very important to understand what is our true identity. Am I this body? Am I this person? What is the purpose of life on this face of earth? I am working, I am earning, I am eating, living, doing many things. It's keep on going. Every year we celebrate happy birthdays. We are not realizing we are going closer towards the death. But this should be very alertful in your mind that while I am living, how can I squeeze completely out of this life? How can I enjoy? Let me ask you honestly one question. If you analyze a day, how many, I want to say hours, but how many minutes that you feel, I am joyful, I am content, I am happy, I don't need anything, I am comfortable, no agitation. How many minutes? We cannot even stay for 2 minutes, sit somewhere and enjoy that contentment, joy. Now it is become a habit that if I am not worried, something going wrong in me. Because we habituated with that. If I am not worried, something going wrong. So you divert. Nothing is there. You pick up the phone and call. What is happening in your life? At least I want to hear the news that their life is not going straight. So we adapted this elusive identity. We all assume ourselves. Our life is, I born a date, I got this body, I have a mind, and I'm going through this life like everybody. Kaschid dhiraha pratyagatman aikshad. Very few intellectual being look back and ask this question, where am I going? What is the purpose of life? Am I living? Or I am going through the life, or the life is going through me? Now I am going through the life. If life go through me, I am not affected. Let life go through. I am not perturbed. This is where its importance of Jnana Yoga. What is Jnana Yoga? Nitya Anitya Viveka. What is there eternal? What is there ephemeral? What is there constantly changing? It's very important, because until and unless you convince your intellect, mind will not be listening your instruction. Mind will go its own tendency. Mind is predominantly emotional. Mind is predominantly perceptional. It goes with the tendencies. To set right your mind, you have to have a clear understanding in your intellect. In the childhood itself, our parents say you should study well, you should get a good job, you should have a good earning, so that you will have a good circumstances, good set that you can live, comfortable life you can lead. This is, we also contemplated upon, yes, they are saying right. In the young age we may not realize, but when we get into the high school and the college and all that, we'll understand, yes, if I did not study well, I will not get good job, I will not able to acquire things that I want in my life, because the instruction comes from our intellect. We thought about it, we made a decision, thus we progress in that. Similarly, here also, getting a job, having a comfortable living is not all. There are much more in it. After all, having that, what we are, most of the people, majorities of the people, they want to enhance more. Better house, better car, better job, better recognition. Nothing wrong with that. But we are constantly running behind that. Spending so much time imagining a tomorrow will come, which everything I want will be in my life, then I will be happy. You are conditioning yourself. You are conditioning the freedom. You are conditioning the happiness. Postponing your happiness for what? When? And suddenly one day you realize, I retired. A blankness, emptiness. Now what? In reality, the retired life, the old life should be the most beautiful, most joyful. There is two states of life in our young age, also old age. Not much what you call responsibilities, no much duties or things that you have to bother about it. But nowadays, the old age become torment, difficult, because throughout our life, when we are young, healthy, we did not use the time properly. We invested our time going behind our tendencies, imaginations, and cultivated a habit constantly seeking, wanting. The moment you understand all these are fleeting, I may have a big house, big car, that will bring only big problem, more problem, taking more of my time. This is why many of our great saints said, have a simple life. If things are coming to you, welcome it, but don't run behind that, thinking that this is going to give me happiness. People think about all this set right, then we'll be happy. That happiness will never come to you. You have to make a decision. I want to be happy now, in spite of any situation outside, any circumstances outside. This is solely your own choice, your own decision. God Himself can come in front of you, say that I can give you happiness, but you are not capable, you are not qualified to accept that happiness. That qualification we have to gain. To achieve that qualification, to have a state of mind, is what yoga for. It is not merely an exercise, not merely for your physical problems to set off. And the beauty of it, if you are aiming this highest goal, constantly striving to achieve that, you are constantly inspired for that, automatically your health and circumstances, everything will be taken care. This is my experience I am talking. You can ask those who are into this yoga practices and spiritual life, they will see this transformation. We think, oh, if I go for all these talks and yoga and all, who will take care of my family? Who will take care of my yard cleaning and all these things? Who will take care of it? It will all happen. I also have a home. I also have a job. But this, once you make this decision, all that will fall into places automatically. Even when you are doing yard work, you will be doing yoga. This is the transformation. Yoga is not just on the mat you do some exercise and walk out. That's what I want to do in our next segment, in our interactive session. How you can do throughout a day. Have a attitude of yoga. Yoga means uniting towards my own true self. So in the beginning I said this is a subjective science. So I stopped there saying that I am the subject sitting here seeing all the objects out there. But when I close my eyes, I have none of you in my awareness, my mind, the thoughts, concepts, ideas. Those become the objects of my awareness. So what is this subject? You can never know your subject. The moment you try to understand the subject, that becomes an object of your awareness. So many people resign there. Oh, if it is in my destiny, I will get. It is not that. Everyone here can achieve that, because it's not something to achieve. Na apyam, na vaikaryam. This is nothing to achieve. We use the word called achieve, but you are already the self. You are already that consciousness. Na vaikaryam, nothing to change. Now also you are Atma. The change is in your understanding. Even if you, in this moment, you accept that I am not merely this body, mind, intellect, but I am the consciousness which can illumine, which can reveal all these. I am that consciousness. I am that Atma. And you constantly chant this mantra. and have a curiosity to understand, if I am that Atma, if I am that self, what is that self? What is the nature of that? Then the Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, all that will fruition more and more. You enhance yourself. You slowly lose your individual identity. Mark this word. You lose your individual identity. You will see yourself, your body, your personality as another person in front of you in the crowd. This is what Bhagavan Shankaracharya said. You will see your own personality because you are no more identified with your own body, mind, or name, or personality that we understand. If you achieve that state, if you abide into that, again, this is our own decision. That's all. It is simplest. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi said, I don't understand why so many billions of scriptures, so many sayings, and talking about this, discussing about this. It is so simple. Why people are not accepting that I am Atma, I am self? What is the reluctance there? First step is we accept that, then we can understand and assimilate and go closer and closer. And when you experience that, then you realize, I know I am that Atma. I was Atma, now also Atma. Yeah, always I am that Atma, which never go through any modification, any changes, eternal. All the change take place within the cane of this consciousness. The entire universe sustained in my consciousness. When I say in my consciousness and your consciousness are not two. It's one and the same. We have all this misunderstanding. Atma and Paramatma is one and the same, but it is described or seen from a different angle. When I sit in a meditation, look at myself, I look at my own Atma. When I am interacting in outside world, I am seeing everything is in my Atma. That alone is the Paramatma. So you will get into a state of understanding, a feeling, a constant, feeling that I am that expansive. This entire universe is functioning me. The joy. The joy cannot come from a small, attributed, limited, objective, solid thing called body or mind or personality. You have to transcend them. The transcending or that, expansion is happening within our mind. In the understanding, in the intellect. You will start feeling every moment that expansion. That expansion alone is the divine. That expansion alone is God. With that attitude, I want to grow more into more. I want to lose my identity. I want to fall into that. I want to enjoy that ultimate happiness. That is this human life here. The animals also eat, drink. They will also have family, children and all that, and they go and die one day. If we live the same life, what is the use of this human life? We are wasting a life. So to utilize this human life, because humans has a unique faculty called intellect, a discrimination. An animal don't think about, okay, today is Saturday evening, I should go for this talk or do some yoga or should do graze around or go for party. They don't think. They just go according to the nature, according to the impulses. But we have a choice. We can think. We can make a decision. This is called Shreyas and Preyas. These two options will come in front of you. Most of the time people say, I don't have time for yoga. It's merely an excuse. Everybody has time. You don't have value for yoga. You did not understand the gravity. You don't understand what this yoga can give you. How can transform this? Without that understanding, without that feeling that I want to grow into this, you will never able to progress in yoga. This is the message I want to deliver today. Hope you are able to take some out of it and able to think about these concepts that I discussed here. And if you proceed in the path of yoga, keep in this mind, this is not a mere yoga exercises, and we should be the ambassador for changing this thinking predominantly in the world. Thinking that people, I should go for hot yoga, that yoga. Tell them, don't go any for that. You think about first, understand what yoga is, then start practicing. Then this will start giving benefit to your life. Your life will be improved tremendously. After a year, next year when we celebrate here, I hope every one of you give enough thought onto it. Take some aspects of it. The 4 of them I explained here. You can start from anywhere, but not blindly. As I said, it's subjective science. Science is never taken as in a blind belief, based on a faith, based on somebody said. Shastrasya Guru Vakyasya Satya Buddhya Avatarana Sa Shraddha, or Shastram also you can say. That which is already somebody discovered in the past, which is experienced by a saint or another person, with the help of him, I am learning from him and experimenting in my own. Shastrasya, from the scriptures. Scripture means Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita and Brahma Sutra. From those you learn, and through a teacher, qualified teacher who walked the same path and experienced that, listen him. Because if you just read the books and all these things, you will be completely confused. This is about subjective. It cannot be acquired or understand through mere reading or listening, also not enough. That's why the third aspect most important. Satya Buddhi Avadharana, through your intellectual open, pure intellectual reflection, understanding constantly, you will start realizing, yeah, it said this right. I can understand now. I feel that. It is indeed true. Nobody else can wave you away from the path of yoga. This is a journey. It's not that I'm going to practice 2 years yoga, then I will see whether it's work for me or not. There is a commitment required. If you are ready, if you are committed, definitely this will transform your life and provide a joyful living every day, enhance more and more, beautifying not only your life, people around you, the society, the world, the entire world. I am very sure that is the vision of Prime Minister Modi proposed, not just for practicing some yoga asanas or exercises. He understands this deeply, and I invite all of you to join that mission that he has in his mind, and we can all part of it, we can be contributor for it, and we need more people to understand this and practice in your own life and inspire others, so more and more people will benefit from that. And from this, we said our second segment will be some kind of interactive practices. But I want to emphasize that while you are practicing, we have classes here at Chinmaya Mission every Saturday morning 7 to 9, and also at Durga Temple. Every Saturday from past 12 years, we never missed Saturdays and Sundays in the morning. That much commitment, we put it into it, and many of us benefited from that. So I don't want to just give you some physical exercise, rather than when you are practicing, bring aspects of what we talked about right now. So the first step is, whenever you are practicing, bring your mind into the practice. Don't practice absent-minded. So for example, you are all sitting there. A simple practice, you clasp your fingers, stretch out your hands on top of your head, pull your shoulders up, close your eyes, observe what is happening over your hands, elbows, wrist joints, spine. If you are not feeling the spine is erect, pull your shoulders up, hold it there. Mentally observe the stretch throughout the body. As you are observing the stretch throughout the body, your mind is completely involved in the sensation. And now take a deep breath in. As you are exhaling, slowly bring your hands on top of your head and exhale completely. You feel completely relaxed, the body is so flexible. Again, you breathe in. As you're breathing, you slowly stretch your hands up. Hold it there. Your hands are aligned with your ears, shoulders are pulled up, spine erect, neck straight, normal breathing. Observe your breath. Feel the sensation throughout your body and slowly bring the hands down over your head and breathe out. As you're breathing out, you feel relaxed, energized. Again, you breathe in. Stretch your body, stretch your elbows, hands. Hold it there. Feel the entire body. And slowly bring your hands on top of your head. Breathe out. Again, breathe in. Here you have no other thoughts in your mind. It's so clean, clear. You are only feeling the sensation. Every corner of your body, every joints in your body. Feel, hold it. And slowly bring your hands to top of your head. Exhale. Feel that the entire body is energized, relaxed. Again, you breathe in. Deep, slow breath. Hold it there. As you're holding, mentally observe the stretch throughout your body, hands, spine, shoulders, and slowly bring your hands on top of your head. Breathe out. Now release your hands. Open your eyes. If you are done it with full concentration, full attention, observing that, you can utilize your imagination, visualization, make it enjoyable. The practice should not be a suffering, forceful, something that agitates you. In fact, you may say, I don't like it, I don't get it, I don't understand it. You don't have to understand. The way that, whatever the way you want to take it, slowly grow that way. Simple one. Now again, raise your hands. Slowly tilt towards your right side. And mentally observe your left side of your body. Your hands are aligned with your ears, elbows stretched out. Observe your left side of your body. Feel the stretch throughout your left side. Normal breathing. Just observe the sensation at the hip joint, shoulders, neck, elbows, and slowly come to the center. Again, take a deep breath in. Slowly tilt towards your left side. When you are holding the posture, normal breathing, mentally observe your entire right side of your body. Your hands are aligned with your ears. You are neither leaning forward or backward, observing the stretch over your right side of your body. Observe the rib cages, stomach, hip joints, shoulder, neck, normal breathing, relaxed breathing, and slowly come back and release your hands. So like this, you can mentally give the suggestion When you are practicing this, I am now focusing on my sides of your body. I feel the stretch. I am observing the breath. Subtle breathing, inhalation, exhalation is happening. Like that, you keep on involve yourself into it. Without involvement, you can practice this merely as an exercise. You will not get much benefit. Yes, you will get some stretch and feel little better, but you cannot grow. And then when you are holding that time, you remember, oh my God, my project, this. Immediately interrupt, tell your mind, this is not the time. The first success is when many times we don't even recognize our mind is going in this kind of usual path because it's habituated. Now to bring back from there, we need to put some effort. So utilize, when you are practicing yoga, it's an opportunity. I can supply a different sets of thought to my mind instead of the usual thinking. I can think after that. This thought will come. Tell your mind, I will take up on that later. Now I am focusing on yoga. Don't come and disturb me. Have that internal chat, internal talking. Yoga's chitta vritti nirodha. Don't forget that aspect. Everything is revolved with that. Now please stand. So now what I show, you can practice anywhere, in your office, sitting on a chair. 2 minutes it takes. Sometime when I go and take water from the fountain, to fill up it may take a minute. So what I do is I move my ankle joint like this in the office. People ask, are you exercising? Yes. And also mentally I am getting off from the worries of my project, problems, and bringing my mind, oh, what is happening, my ankle joints, toes, improving the blood circulation, the knee joints, hip joints, some movement, some blood circulation. Because most of us just sit in an office for long hours without any movement. The energy flow, the blood circulation to the joints is stopped and we feel tired, lethargy. But if you do this, when you take a break, you can do inside the bathroom, you can go outside and do it for 2 minutes. Simple, these kind of practices. Raise your hands, move your hands back and forth with the same movement at the ankle joints, knee, hip joints. Mentally observe the movement, simple movement. Hands up. This is not an exercise, it's a conscious movement in your body. Elbows straight. Synchronize the movement. You can make it as a dance. You have to observe yourself. You can make adjustment, but the key thing is observe, keep your mind, any movement in your body, any sensation, move the hand back and forth. Some of you are doing like this. You move the hand at the shoulders, observe. You can correct. You see your own body in your mind. Slowly come down. Now keep your hands at your hips. Slowly move the weight of your body to your right leg. Keep your right knee straight. So this left knee is relaxed, left leg is relaxed. The entire weight of your body is coming to your right side. Slowly raise your left leg up. Initially you will feel I am losing the balance. That's where you have to employ your mind. You understand that my mind is interrupting here. So you move the ankle, the left foot up and down at the ankle joint. So you can now observe some movement at the ankle joints. At the same time, on your right side, the entire right leg, improving the blood circulation, strengthening. Your toes are firm on the ground. Your feet benefit, improving the blood circulation. Rotate at the ankle joints. Even if you are comfortable, you can close your eyes and do it. Reverse rotation, but when you close your eyes, you lose your balance. But if you do regularly, you will be able to hold it and slowly come down. Now move the weight of your body to your left leg. Keep your left knee straight. Don't bend it to your left knee. Mentally observe the entire right side of your body is having blood circulation, and slowly raise your right leg up and move up and down at the angle joint. Initially you can take some support. You can stand with support of a wall or a chair, but slowly you have to decide, oh, tomorrow I'm going to try without holding. Keep the mind relaxed. There is nothing wrong or right in it. Not judging, not expecting anything. You are just engaging your mind. That way you practice. Rotation at the angle joints, right angle joint. Reverse rotation. Knees forward, backward. Rotate at the angle joints, at the knee joints. Mentally observe, you are improving the blood circulation to the knee joints, releasing the toxins. And slowly bring your right leg down. Slowly move the weight of your body into your right side and raise your left leg up. Rotate at the left knee. Reverse rotation. Keep your mind at the left knee. Mind will be chattering and going away. Recognize and slowly bring it back. Bring your left leg down. So are you getting this point? Now immediately you may not feel this because you have so much anxiety, so much doubt in the mind. What is this going to do? What benefit I am getting? We always deal with symptomatic. I have some problem. To get rid of that, what do I need to do? We want to fix everything. We don't want a complete solution. We habituated that way. But yoga cannot fix anything. It will provide a complete package whether you like it or not. And now let's see, what can we do? Stretch out your hands. Keep your legs 1 foot apart. So when you are breathing in, slowly, watch me first watch me. So when you are breathing in, you slowly go towards your right side, look back as possible, observe the spine is twisted, at your shoulders, lower back, stomach, hold it there, normal breathing, and slowly come back, breathe out. So again, I will show you, breathe in, go to the other side. Slowly, don't do it now, watch me, hold it there, and slowly come back, breathe out. Breathe in, go to the other side slowly. And come back, breathe out. How many of you listen me? See, I told you, just watch me. The reason is I'm not criticizing. This is how we are. We don't have that alertness, patience. Now we'll all do together. Stretch out your hands. Breathe in, go to the left side, slowly breathe in. Mentally observe what is happening over your lower back, the lumbar region, sacrum, the twist over the spine. Stimulate the energy and slowly come to the center, breathe out. Breathe in, go to the other side. Once you are holding there, you can breathe out, come to a normal breathing. Come back. Breathe in, go to the other side. Observe the breath, observe the movement at the hip joint, neck and shoulders, look back. Normal breathing, slowly come to the center. Go to the other side. Come to center, breathe out. Go to the other side. Come to center, breathe out. Breathe in, go to the other side. Very slowly. Go to the other side, breathe in. Come forward, breathe out. Breathe in, go to the other side. Come to center, breathe out. Breathe in, go to the other side, slowly. Your right hand come to your left chest. Look back. So the movement at the elbow also you can observe. Watch me one more time. Many of you doing like this and holding there and coming like this like a doll. But you can also utilize the benefit of the elbow. So when you are going there, your hand also bending a little bit at the elbow, looking back. So what happened is you get a full stretch over the right shoulder over here, and the hand is up like this into the shoulder level, looking back, and you slowly come back to the center. When you hold like this, you are not getting benefit over the elbow, also not less, little less stretch over the shoulder. Sure. Okay. So you stretch like this. Breathing with the movement, inhale. Like that. You also feel relaxation and blood circulation at the shoulders also. Yes. Yes. Legs should be in 1 feet apart, inside the feet parallel to each other, toes are pointing forward. When you are moving, only the hip over there, you are getting the twist at the shoulders, look back and slowly come back. Got it? These are the symbol. Afternoon, after my lunch, around 3 o'clock, I go outside into the park and I do these every day when I am going to office. Otherwise I do weekends here, and at home also 1 hour. I do more, not all the physical exercise, but more pranayama practices. So these things you can do in the park, at home, if you are working inside the kitchen, something you are waiting for, why you want to waste the time? Use the move at the ankle joint slowly. Let that blood circulation keep on happening there. Your mind also bringing there, not allowing the mind to agitate. Like that you slowly develop simple things. Now I will show you how many of you can do, depend upon you, but if you are not comfortable, you can avoid. Little more advanced. So you move the weight of your body to your right leg and slowly release your left leg, and slowly get hold of your left ankle joint with your left hand and slowly stretch your legs backward, stretch out your hands forward, hold it like this. You can mentally count up to 30 counts. Those of you are not getting balance, you can use some chair in front of you or on a wall, wherever you can keep your hands there initially with support. Extend your hands, and the left leg is going away from your body, stretching away from the body, feeling the stretch over your left hip joint, lower back. The entire right leg, the blood circulation improve, stretch, normal breathing, and slowly come down. Relax your right leg, feel the entire right leg is, the blood circulation improved, relaxing. Now slowly move the weight of your body to your left leg. Keep your left knee straight, don't bend it to your left knee. Relax your right knee and slowly raise your right angle joint. Hold your right angle joint with your right hand. Stretch out your left hand in front of you, lean forward. Slowly come down. You can mentally count up to 30, and initially it will be difficult, so keep it like up to 15 or so. Slowly you can increase the count. So your mind will be in the counting rather than thinking about, am I going to fall? Am I going to lose my balance? So slowly you able to manage your mind and thinking over there. Now if you want to extend your legs, I will show you first, then we'll do it together. Here the inside of your feet parallel to each other, knees are locked. Bring your hands to your shoulder level. First watch me, then we'll do it together. Because this, other exercises, this be an exercise here we are more doing for yoga and using the mind and breath. All of them are synchronized. So here you breathe in, look up, expand your chest, slowly come forward, breathe out. Get hold of your left angle joint with your right hand, look at your left hand. If you're outside, you can look at the sky, and then slowly come back, breathe in. As you breathe out, you slowly come down. Get hold of your right angle joint with your left hand. Knees are straight, looking at your right hand or to the sky. And you slowly come back. This is one round. So those of you want to, you can come forward or you can go back. There are more space, or you can move the chair. Stretch out your legs as wide as possible. Keep your knees straight. Never bend at your knees. Raise your hands to your shoulder level. Breathe in. Expand your chest. Chin up, head up. Embrace the fresh air and slowly come forward. Bring your right hand. Get hold of your left angle joint. Look at your left hand. Observe the hip joint, stomach, lower back. Slowly come back, breathe in. Go to the other side, breathe out. Look to your right hand, observe your lower back, knee joint, thigh muscles. Slowly come back, breathe in. Come to the other side, breathe out. Come back, breathe in. Go to the other side, breathe out. Come back, breathe in. Go to the other side, breathe out. Observe what is happening at your legs, ankle joints, knees, lower back, stomach muscles, internal organs. Breathe in. Go to the other side. Breathe out. Observe the stomach, twisted, internal organs, lower abdomen, benefiting internal organs. Slowly come back. Go to the other side. Come back, breathe in. Go to the other side, breathe out. Come back, breathe in. Go to the other side, breathe out slowly. Come back, breathe in. Go to the other side, breathe out. Come back, breathe in. Go to the other side, breathe out. Come back, breathe in. And come to the starting position. Release your hands. You feel some difference? Full body will be energized. The key principles are, sometimes when you are doing yogas, some forward bend, backward bend, twist. These combination always help. Now bring your hands at your shoulders. Rotate at the shoulder very slowly. When you are inhaling, your elbows are going up. As your elbows are coming down, you are exhaling. Reverse rotation. Release your hands. You can go back and sit on your chairs. We overuse our eyes, constantly looking at monitors, TV, or some kind of screen. So you can also, in a regular basis, whether you are in a park, I will tell you, in the car also, not but driving, but you are in a traffic or something, you can do this. But again, bring the mind. So we'll do this practice together. Open your eyes wide. Imagine a clock in your eyes and slowly bring your retina to 12 o'clock. Move to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Again 1, gently moving to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Send the energy to the eyes, eye muscles. Imagine that your both eyes are getting energized, improving the blood circulation, releasing the toxins, disturbance. Exhale. Blink your eyes, open your eyes. Now reverse rotation, open your eyes wide, bring your retina to 12 o'clock, move to 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 12. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 12. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 12. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax. Bring your both hands together, rub your hands, make a warm hand. Keep your hands over your eyes. Open your eyes inside your palms. See the darkness. Relax your eyes, retina. Observe the subject, observe the consciousness that's seeing nothing or that's seeing the darkness. Your attention should be to that consciousness which is revealing even the darkness. Slowly slide your hands to the face. Blink your eyes, open your eyes. So these are some of the practices, simple one you can do. Now don't say that I know now everything. These are simple, what is in it. The key is regularity. Every day. If you practice these small practices and you can add, you can change some of them. Like that you can have a regular at your home in the morning, or if you don't get time in your office, you take some time so that you can energize, you can refresh yourself. So I will open up if you have any questions, any observation, we can discuss. So anyone has any questions or anything?
One is regarding the balance. Sometimes you feel like you're fall down or something like that. I'm just wondering how to get over that.
It is developed. It is not, it's very important, the question, because majority of the old age death happen when they fall. Once in old age, especially when they fall, then it's very difficult to recover from that. So it's a major cause for old age death. People fall and then they never recover from that. So the balance is, initially you can use some support, but as I said, mind is important. If your mind is calm and quiet, and then you will be able to hold any posture. The secret of asana, see, people think asana is for body and stretching and all that. It is actually for the mind. When you are holding the body, initially there will be problems in the mind. Mind will be thinking, oh, I am going to fall now, I am going to lose my balance. This will be there. Observe that tendencies. And like that you do for 10 days regularly, 11th day you will say, I can balance now for at least few seconds, 30 seconds. Now I am going to extend to every day, 1 second, 2 seconds. Let me try. You can mentally count. You can deviate. That's what I said. When you are holding, you can mentally count. When you are counting, your attention at the number, and also don't count speed. So 1, 2, 3, like that. So your mind will be with the counting rather than how your body is. So it will automatically get balanced. It will not happen a day. You have to slowly build up. There are many other practices you sit and do and lie down and do. This will slowly strengthen your muscles over your legs, calf muscles and ankle joints, knee joints and all that. Is that answer? Any other question? Yes.
Do you have these written down somewhere that we can
This is just I made up now. We use some of them in our morning sessions, but we do more than this because it's just a session. And most of the time during the class I try to explain this, but I found many of them is not giving attention, so I stopped talking. Somebody told me that, Jay, can you stop talking and just do it? If they want that, I can do that, but my sincere wish is that don't get into the mechanic. That's what I said. When in a group practice there will be 30-40 people will be practicing. I am observing, and I am observing myself. Sometimes my mind also goes out. Sometimes I miss some steps. I tell myself, oh, my attention went away. It's an opportunity. I need to bring it back. But many people go into their routine where they know what is the next step is, so they go like Surya Namaskar. Many of them know the routine when you do regularly. So before I say they are all standing and keeping their hands, I didn't get there yet. So that attention, hearing, receiving the information and processing inside and acting according to that, then only the coordination come into our body. If the body is not coordinated and mind is going one way, your body is going other way, it is not yoga, it is no benefit from that. Yes, you may get little physical benefit that you will get from going and lifting some weight and all that. If you want that, that's okay. But more than that, more attentive to the practices. So whatever I say is simple. Don't worry about what is asana. Every action you can convert into asanas. You are walking. When you are walking, it can be a yoga practice. Don't walk with closing your ears with jazz music and all that. Then it will drain you. Nothing. You leave your cell phone, leave everything, and just walk into an open field. No friends, no talking. Listen your internal talk. Now and then observe the movement at the toes, ankle joints, knees, hip joints. Walk brisk. Feel the movement of the breath. If you're able to, you can chant mantras with that. With the breath you can, so Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, with the breath. So you're walking, your body is moving, your mind is in the breath, and the intellect is contemplating upon this chanting. And if you understand the great meaning of the chant, the mantra, what is Shiva, who is Shiva, what is Namaha, I am surrendering my individuality to that supreme consciousness, to that auspiciousness. In that feeling you walk, that become yoga. Don't worry about which asana and all that. If you want, we have regular here. You can come here and Durga temple. Those who are closer to Fairfax, you will, after a week or so, you will get certain routine. You pick up which is comfortable for you out of it. There are thousands or millions of asanas. So this is not, I did not put it in a order. I use these variably. As I said, the key is some forward bend, some backward bend, some twist over the body. So the spine is very important. You take care of the entire health of your body. Okay, and breathing. With the movement, include the breathing.
Okay. Thanks, Jay. Hari Om. Thanks, JJ. I hope you all enjoyed the program. ZIS, did you enjoy the asanas and techniques that Jay showed you? Yes? Okay, good. Excellent. So for those of you who are new and who got introduced to yoga today, we hope this was beneficial to you, and hopefully you can take these techniques and incorporate them, and more broadly start the practice of yoga regimen, and make it as part of your daily or weekly routine. some people may think these are just bends and stretches. In fact, I was one of the one, I was also thinking the same way before I joined yoga classes here last year, 7 or 8 months ago. I was a little skeptical myself. I was thinking, hey, it's just asanas, some physical exercise. So I was asking Rameshji, can we have some trial classes? So, but once I started doing it, I can say in the past 7 or 8 months, I missed only one class because I was out of town. I'm saying that because it's not because I just wanted to come to the class, because I really enjoyed the class and I want to come, and I can tell you that I definitely, from my personal experience, I was greatly benefited from this. I'll tell you about the yoga classes here, but I know it's close to 5 o'clock. We have to wrap this up here. But definitely my point is it's much beyond the bends and stretches. It's much beyond the physical realm, and slowly as you start doing it, it'll start shaping your thoughts, and this will be, yoga is the holistic approach for the unity of body and mind, and it can bring transformation at all levels, physical, mental, and spiritual, to lead a very content and joyful life. So we are gathered here not just to celebrate the first, International Yoga Day. That's definitely one of the big items. But it's also, we gathered here to appreciate and understand the power of yoga and what yoga can do. So we can start incorporating this into our lives. Anyway, I mean, this is if you need more information, there are Sevaks here. We can. Please feel free to reach out to any of us. But at this point, I wanted to invite Rameshji to say a few words, and we also want to present a small token of appreciation for the representatives from the embassy.
Hari Om all. So that was a wonderful, Jay, thank you very much for the wonderful session. So on behalf of Chinmaya Mission Washington Regional Center, it's a great honor to host this event along with our Indian Embassy. Mr. Berwalji has been very cooperative and arranging and requesting for this program. And thank you, Berwalji and Mr. Prem Kumar, for this wonderful opportunity for Chinmaya Somnath to conduct this. And also, as Jay has been conducting, we've been thinking, as soon as Modi ji has announced that International Yoga Day, we wanted to do an International Yoga Day here in Chinmaya Somnath. We will have an all-day event on June 21st as International Yoga Day. So Jay will be conducting that, and we will publish more details on that. And also we'll be having another event sometime in August time frame. So these are the two workshops that are planned. So with this initiative and this kickoff, it is great to have conducted that one-day program, all-day workshop. We did have a Christmas yoga here. On the Christmas day, we did half a day yoga event here. So, and as we mentioned about the yoga classes, please take advantage of those classes. And this facility is, is for the community. And we have been conducting various programs last 1 year since we inaugurated here. So it's a great honor, and I request embassy team to conduct any other programs that they may have here. And this facility is for, like I mentioned, community purposes. Now I would request Mr. Berwalji and Mr. Prem Kumar to come on the stage and take a small token of appreciation. As Chinmaya Mission is spreading the knowledge, so our token of appreciation is also a knowledge-based and a small booklet.
Yeah, I'll be doing it to cut and block 16. Yeah, yes. Yeah.
Do you want to say a few words? Or?
It's okay. I think it's okay.
Thank you. Thanks Rameshji, thanks Barwalji and Prem Kumar for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be with us today for this program. Last but not the least, I would like to recognize a few people whose help was critical in making sure this event was successful. Obviously, we do want to appreciate the effort from the Embassy of India for partnering with us to conduct this event and also for sponsoring refreshments for us, so thank you. I'd like to thank the audio team. We have, of course, Srinidhi. He's not here. He set it up all for us nicely. So thanks to Srinidhi. Of course, Rameshji was helping. Rameshji and Tarun. Is Tarun here? Is here? Okay. Thanks, Tarun Rameshji, for manning the audio booth. I want to also thank Ved Sharma, who's been taking pictures for us this afternoon. Thanks, Ved. Of course, Ashutosh, he's everywhere, but he's also sitting in for me to do the video. So thanks, Ashutosh.
Making the flyer.
Yeah, next is coming. So Ashutosh, also I want to thank Ashutosh for the publicity team for making the flyers. I know it was a very, I know this event was organized in a very short notice. Actually, this whole thing was put together in the last week or 10 days. And I told Ashutosh I need the flyers and be on the website in a day or two. He already had a lot of things, but he was kind enough to do the flyer and put all this information up on our website, so thank you, Ashutosh. Of course, I do want to thank our own Jay Kalatil, who has been very nice. I know he's very busy too. I called Jay and said, hey, we need to do it on May 2nd. It's a short notice, but he basically freed up his calendar to make sure he's available to do this program with us today. Thanks, Jay. And I do want to thank Rameshji again also, because Rameshji has been, even though I was coordinating all this, he's the man behind me. He has been guiding me throughout this week, 10 days. I've been calling him each day. I've been texting him. So he's been patient with me, working through all the steps and the details to make this program successful. Thanks, Rameshji. So, no, it's okay. Before we actually do the closing prayers and adjourn here, I do have a few announcements to make. I mentioned about the yoga classes here. Jay also mentioned about it. We have weekly yoga classes right here in Chinmaya Somnath, Saturday morning from 7 to 8:30, 7 to 9 o'clock. So if anybody is interested, please feel free to contact one of us. We can provide you more details. I know some of you are new to Chinmaya Mission here, so with the blessings of Sri Gurudev, our Swamiji and the Acharyas, we have a very well-crafted Balavihar program that's conducted here, right here in this facility, starting all the way from pre-K kids all the way up till high school. So if you have a child in this age group, I encourage you to consider Balavihar. There's a lot of information on the website. There's also some flyers and brochures out in the front, so feel free to grab one. You can also talk to any of us, myself, any of the Sevak. There's also a Sevak booth outside. If you have any questions, you can contact them. Ashutosh, of course, he's one of the point of contacts as well. We do have other adult programs as well. We have Vedanta classes, study groups. We have our daily Aarti at 7 o'clock. We have evening programs every day. All that information is on the website, so encourage you to take a look at it if you're interested. So we do have a mailing list. If you are interested in knowing about these programs and other programs that we conduct on an ongoing basis, you can send an email to get yourself on the mailing list. You can send it to info@chinmayasomnath.org, info@chinmayasomnath.org, or like I said, you can also, there's a guest book, right? There's a guest book outside. You can put your email address there, and we'll make sure that you'll get our emails. Okay. So I know some of you are new here. If you are interested, we do rent the facility, even though of course we have the Balavihar program on Sundays. So other than that time, we do have rental available if anybody is interested to take a tour of the facility. We'll be happy to take you around and provide you more information on that. Okay, and one other thing, you all may have heard about the tragic earthquake in Nepal. CMWRC has stepped up, and we are collecting funds for the Nepal earthquake relief. I think this is called the Prime Minister's Relief Fund. So if anybody is interested in contributing to the earthquake relief fund, they can make a check out to CMWRC, and we'll make sure it gets through to the right organizations doing the relief work there. Okay, the refreshments are, please, there are refreshments right in the dining hall, right across from the auditorium. So please partake of the refreshments before you leave. And one last thing, I know this event was brought to you, as sponsored by Chinmaya Mission and the Embassy of India. So if you want to give anything back, or if you want to offer any donation, there are envelopes right here near the Gurudev's altar. You can donate whatever you want. There's a tray there, so you can offer your donations if you like. So we'll now chant the closing prayers.
I always enjoy such event, and as he was saying, when he said, and I was very happy to provide this, because this is the way many teachers came into my life. It's not that one day I got this and I made up myself something like that. I've spent so much time, so many hours with so many teachers, and it is all their blessings and grace I able to get this, and it's now my responsibility towards my teachers that to give to the community. So hope this will benefit you, and you will be thinking about how you can change your life in a right path using the benefit of yoga. Thank you. We'll close this with the prayer. So I will chant, you can repeat. First we'll chant Om 3 times. Take a deep breath in. Breathe in. Breathe in. I will chant, you can repeat. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Sandhu Niramaya. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Kaschid dukkha bhat bhavet. Asato ma sadgamaya. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya.